Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me just make sure I got the right. Everything's going on good here. All right, let's check over here. Don't think I'm live over here, but it doesn't matter. Let's check the YouTubies. Just checking it, making sure. You got to check audio, visual, and all that kind of stuff. Might take a minute. Not prepared. Anyway, I'm Jim. How you doing? Side Hustle Shuffle. Going live, middle of the day. Not usually what we do here. Um, Let me see. Got a couple of subjects we're going to talk about. Let's see. Can you hear me? Yeah, sounds good. No, I guess we're not streaming very. Going on here. Hey, going on. Hey, you're using Viral View. Creative Heart. Thank you. Uh, Thank you. Thanks for using the code. One thing I noticed, many of my videos are okay. Hold on, let's put that up. Yeah, we're going to be talking about tariffs in a second. Let me know am I lagging? Can you hear me okay? And just give me a thumbs up there if you can. Let me see. Do you do? Yeah, you can always add another video for sure. You can always add another video. There's no law against how many videos you can have. You can have 2 or 3 videos on the same product. Make a different video, make an unboxing video, make an update video, make a video of you using the product. Feature a feature of the product. Or one of the other tricks that I like to do is I go down into the comments, find out what people are asking in the comments, and make a video answering that question. Boom, you're good to go. And just keep with Viral View refreshing, and make sure you got all that stuff there. Okay, thanks, appreciate it. It was paused. Yeah, for some reason my internet, I'm doing it wireless, Bluetoothing, whatever they call that. Tariffs, things have slowed down for me a lot this week, and I was expecting it to pick up after the Chinese holiday went through, and got a few things, but not overwhelming like Q4 like I was expecting. So I don't know if that's tariff related or not, but the tariffs, it all depends. It hasn't happened yet. They're just threatening each other with all of these tariffs. They're threatening not to send us, the precious metals, and we're threatening to 100% tariffs on them, and we're threatening the other countries for dealing with them. They're going to put the tariffs on them. It's all about doing business and trying to get people to come to the table and agree on something so that everybody has a fair deal, basically. And as long as everybody has a fair deal, it should work out fine. So I'm not too concerned about the tariffs. And if for some reason China stops being the warehouse of the world, India, South Korea, Vietnam, they're all ready to take over and become the manufacturing capital of the world. So it'll be an adjustment period, but it's not going to affect the industry that much. It all depends. Yeah, creative connections. I'm ranking in a lot of them. If you use Viral View and you get the products that are highly ranked and have not a lot of competition, you're going to get ranked. The problem with that is, low competition might mean that it's not a popular product that's getting a lot of views in the first place. So you're handicapped with the fact that you put the video on the product page. If no one's going to the product page, you're not going to get any views. That's not your fault, right? But there's no way to tell that. There's no way to tell that if the product's not getting any views at all, so you don't know if your video is bad or is their listing bad. You don't know, right? You don't know. UPS is throwing out packages. What? Is that the truth? Then maybe that's why I'm not getting my boxes. Oh, that'd be terrible. That would be terrible. Yeah, but the tariffs, I don't think it's going to be, it's not going to kill the business. It's not going to kill the industry. I've been going through through this now for 4 years, and it's changed every couple of months. It changes every couple of months. They throw a wrench into it, and you have to adjust. And that's like another thing. We're starting the focus group. Okay, on Sunday nights, we're going to meet on Sunday nights off platform, like a Zoom kind of room, but just to talk shop, because as you know, the Amazon Influencer Program, you can't get a course. I couldn't have bought a course in 2021 and use it today. It just wouldn't. I'd get banned. My account would get shut down. The stuff that we were doing in 2021 is not allowed anymore, and vice versa, right? But so you can't get a course. So the next best thing is community and being around people who are, I go to a couple of masterminds and a couple of meetings. You go to a couple of masterminds and a couple of meetings. You get a couple of emails every week from this and that and the other. You're on a mailing list for this, and everybody meets on Sunday and throws stuff around. This is what's going on. This is what I think is going on. This is what's working for me. This is what's not working for me. This is what I've stopped doing. This is what I started doing. And everybody gets a chance to share their experience and what's going on, and everybody learns, right? Everybody learns. I can't wait to get that going again. And the incentives, okay, that's it's from it's the Amazon. The incentives, they were great. The incentives, they were great, but that's too many people now. That was incentives because they needed content. Now they don't need content. There's too many influencers going. And I'm not saying it's saturated. There's just a lot of them. Yeah, you don't see them so much. The courses and stuff. All of those people that had courses at one time. But but the mastermind, I call it a focus group, because I'm not a guru and I'm not telling you what to do, and I'm not telling you the right way to do things. I'm telling you how I do it, what I find, and what you find, and you tell me. That's what the focus group is, and I'm going to get that started up again. So if you're not on the mailing list, check it out. We're going to get on the mailing list. We'll figure that out, and that'll be coming up in the future. So let me see now. What do I got left here? I started all these other lower thirds to put up so that people would know what we're talking about. If they come onto the live stream now, they'll know, hey, now we're talking about the Amazon Influencer Program. So how are things going with you in the Amazon Influencer Program? Like I said, we had the Chinese holiday, and it got a little slow, right? And obviously because of that. And, people are saying that is the tariffs. Tariffs are making it, and it may very well be, but I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work itself out. The tariff's going to work itself out. But what are you doing with the Amazon Influencer Program? Are there any news, anything that you feel is not working? Like we said, you don't want to get a course. If you're new to the Amazon Influencer Program, so hey, you might be popping on and saying, I don't know what that is. So if you have a social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, right, that has a following where people are engaging in your content. You're putting out content on your food or your job or your hobby or your sports or whatever it is that you like to do. You're putting out content on it, and you're getting likes and engagement. You can then apply for the Amazon Influencer Program. But before you do that, you got to apply to the Amazon Associates Program, which is the affiliate program. Now, the affiliate program, it gets confusing if you're not into all the terms, but affiliate marketing is the Associates Program. And what that is you take a link for, let's say I have this ear headphones, right? And I make a video and I put the link to the headphones in my content. Right? They click that link and go to Amazon. I'll get a commission for that. So that's the Amazon Associate Program. You can do that with picture posts, with just regular posts anywhere else, just regular posts, picture. They don't have to be videos, right? The Amazon Influencer Program, if you get approved for that, is you make a video. The video gets placed on the product page of Amazon. And when a customer goes to the product page, let's say that someone wants to buy this and they go to the product page and they're like, I'm not sure if I want to buy that. There's videos on the product page. You might have noticed them. And if they go to those videos and watch them, and make a purchase, you'll get a commission for that. Right. So that's the Amazon Influencer Program. And I like to call it my clone army. It's a passive income. Right. And passive income, like Gary Vee says, passive income doesn't exist. Passive income does exist. I can do something today, right? And it could be out on the internet. It's my clone. It's a clone of me. I make a video. I make a product video. I put it out there on the internet. It's able to be watched. It's working for me 24/7. It's my clone. It's out there. trying to get sales for me constantly all the time. My clone army, I call it. That's affiliate marketing. And yeah, one video, no big deal. 10 videos, no big deal. When you start to get 100, 500 videos, these things are out there working 24/7. People are watching it in India at 2 a.m. while you're sleeping, and they maybe make a purchase on Amazon and you make a commission, right? So it's crazy. And passive income is not that you never do any work. Okay. And that's what Gary Vee says. Yeah. He says it only the trust fund kids or that, right? But no, the fact is you can make something today. You put forth an effort today, and that effort has the potential to earn you money over and over again in the future. That's passive income. You do something today, you put out a product today. A book is a perfect example. You write the book, you put out the book, and it can make sales. You don't have to rewrite the book every time somebody wants one, right? You just send them another book. You don't have to redo it. So that's passive income, and that's the clone army, right? Hey, Gear Websites is here. Good afternoon. Thanks. I didn't think people were going to stop in at this time of day, but I've had a rough couple of months. My wife had a stroke, and we've been home and getting her on the mend, and then she had a bypass surgery up on her cranial bypass surgery. So it's been a thing where every time I try to schedule a live stream, things happen and I can't get to it. So it's kind of weird. So, but I'm glad that people are able to stop by today and see me in the middle of the day. I'm going to try and find a sweet spot of where I can go and do that. But that's where we're at with that. But Amazon Influencer Program, if you don't know what it is, leave me, you can send me an email or contact me somehow. I'll be glad to tell you, or come to the focus group. We're going to meet on Sundays, like I said. Yeah, she's on the mend. Thank you very much. She's doing well. She's doing well. That's what they all say. Everybody says she's doing well. And that's what we can hope for. It's just a long road right now, longer than we kind of expected, but it's good. Everything is good. But thanks for that. Anyhow, getting back to the Amazon Influence Program. So passive income does exist, okay, but it's not. You never have to work a day in your life. That does not exist unless you're a trust fund kid, right? Yeah, I appreciate that, and it is an everyday thing. It is an everyday thing, a little better every day, and the pain. We weren't ready for the amount of pain afterwards for our own fault. But it's manageable now. It's been a week since the operation, so it's been manageable. So we talked about that. And we're going to talk about Creative Connections. So Creative Connections is part of the Amazon Influencer Program, and what it is brands will designate a bunch of money, 20 grand, 50 grand, whatever, into this campaign. And when people make content, make sales, and attach their content to the campaign, they can make up to 20, 30, 50%, depending on the campaign, extra commissions. So on Amazon, you're getting 2 to 4% commissions on all your sales. Anytime someone watches a video and makes a purchase, depending on the category, whether it's a home product or a pet product or whatever, you get between 2 and 4% commissions, which nobody thinks that's a great deal. But passive income, making a video once and it can be seen over and over again, not a bad deal. But I lost my train of thought there for a second. The Creative Connections campaign, you can get between 20 and 30% commissions for sales on top of the 2 to 4%. So I say it triples my income. It does more than triple the income. That sale now went from 2% to 20%. That's a big jump. That's a big jump in commissions. And it definitely can affect your monthly commissions on Amazon Influencer Program, and really jump it back up to where it was in the heyday at the beginning when we were making hand over fist money. But things have changed. But Creative Connections, if you're not into Creative Connections, again, the tool that I use, Viral View, and one of the other guys had mentioned it, Creative Heart had mentioned it. We might touch on it. They just came out with another feature, okay, on reviving dead videos, and I'm gonna see if I can touch on it now, but we'll talk about it in a second. But Creative Connections, Viral View has a tool that it speeds the process for messaging brands. Now, everybody says, Creative Connections brands don't send free samples, right? Bull. All you got to do is ask you're going to get like 10% return. You're going to ask 100 people, 10 people are going to say yes and send you a sample. It's a numbers game. Like anything else in this business, it's a numbers game, percentages, right? Like I always say, the law of averages rules your life. You know, if you're a 300 hitter, you're going to get a hit 3 out of 10 times, right? And that's just the way it is. And you could be a 300 hitter for life. Doesn't mean you're going to get 4 hits. You know, you're going to do your average. That's what it's going to be, right? So things are the law of averages. I believe in that. I believe in that. So if you have to do 100 sales calls to get one yes, which is what they always say, right? Same thing goes with the creative connections. You got to send out those messages, and the easiest way to do that is with Viral View. They have an automated system where you can create the message, a template, and automatically send them out a bunch of them at a time. It really speeds the process up. You can also have templates for responses. You can have templates to show your other socials. You could have templates to offer your services offline, so as that you can just hit a button and send messages to brands and get that going. Definitely worth. Viral View is definitely worth. You get the pro plan. The pro plan's like $80, and since I've got the pro plan, I'm making an extra $1,000 a month just from creative connections and the Viral View extension. So it's definitely worth paying for. And we'll touch on that in a little bit, I think, because I'm going to see if I can show you the new yeah, okay, let's see if I can do this now. If I can come and share the screen. I just don't know if I have any what do you call information on there. So let's see if I'm on here. So yeah, so this is it right here. Let me see now. Nope. There it is. Okay. Little hesitation. So over here is revival opportunities. Now this is the web page of Viral View. All right. So you go to the web page of Viral View and you come over to revival opportunities, right? Let me see. Can you see that? And you scroll down and it's going to tell you. I'm just going to go through the first one. So this Charbroil Classic Series burner, right? I have 2 videos for it. I've made $1,300 total revenue for them. The last sale was on the 31st of May, and I made 178 sales. So what I can do is I can click this, and it'll bring me to the 2 videos, and I can go and see what the story is and edit them, add the parent ASIN if I wanted to, right? Let me see. Can you still see that? Yeah. I can add the parent ASIN. You can click the ASIN and go and get the parent, and then you go to edit and you go to your listing and you upload the listing. I don't want to click into behind my Amazon account and get too much in the weeds, but this is pretty cool feature, because now you can go in, and not only can you go in and look, you can search it by different methods. You could search it by the amount of videos. You could search it by the amount of that's going off about revenue, how much revenue. I'm just going to turn that off. Yeah. So yeah, bigger brands. And a lot of people, they want to send photos for me to put on my social media, and I tell them, as an Amazon influencer, that's not permitted. I have to have the product in hand for me to make content for you. And if you can't do that, then it's fine. I've had somebody offer to send me a gift card to cover the expenses. If you send me the gift card, I'll buy it. See, that might be against terms of service. I don't do that based on what I'm telling you, but that might be another way to do things. But yeah, brands, it's getting saturated like anything else. They're getting hit up with a bunch of stuff. They want to know your analytics. And it's, you can tell them in my opening message, my eyes itching, my opening message from Viral View, the template. It gives them how many years I'm in the program, how many videos I have on the platform, what my conversion rate is, how much monthly revenue I have, right? And I have that all in the paragraph, so that there's no wasting time with them asking me about that information, because it narrows it down. So I'm worth dealing with, because I have a track record basically. So if you have the track record, by all means, you got to make sure that you do that, right? So let me see now. I've also got, if you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe. I've got these lower thirds and I'm dealing with them. So what else is new here? Oh yeah. So making shoppable videos was another thing I was going to touch on today, because some people might be new, and they don't understand that you can get approved for the Amazon Influencer Program, but you're not approved for what's called on-site placement, right? So you have to make 3 videos that they're going to look at, and they're going to see if you are talented enough and you're able to cut the mustard and you're able to be an influencer. I have videos on how to make those videos and what not to, best practices, no barcodes, no addresses, no personal information, no medical claims. There's a bunch of stuff you stay away from in your first free videos to get approved. Right? You want to stay away from them all the time, but you don't want to get your first free videos denied or rejected, because you only have 3 chances. If they reject you 3 times, you'll be kicked out of the program, never to be there again. Not good, not good, not good. So you don't want that to happen. So make sure you put out your best work, and watch my other videos on how to make shoppable videos, on how to make your first free videos. I have a playlist even that'll touch on it if you're new. And yeah, don't take for granted. Okay, what's this now? So if placement is neither, so you're not in the upper or lower carousel, all right, first thing I would do is on Viral View, it is going to tell you how many influencer videos are there, because the other tools will tell you there's 3 in the top and 5 in the bottom, but they won't tell you there's 50 other videos that are in the queue waiting to get into the carousel. All right, so you're like, I'm not going to waste my time on those videos because there's too many influencer videos on there. But if there are slots open and you're confident there's slots open, change the title and thumbnail, right? For sure, that'll help do that. If you retag the parent ASIN, that'll also do it, because a lot of times what happens is, and if you didn't know this, I'll tell you. So let's say they sent me this shirt, the olive color, right? And I set the link up and I set up the olive color for this shirt, and I rank. I'm on the carousel the first day. I check. I'm on the carousel. Great. I don't check it every day. By the next week, this went out of stock. The olive one went out of stock. So I lost my placement in the carousel. Boom, right out, right? Meanwhile, the black one, the white one, the red one, the gray one, they're all in stock. So if I were to upload the parent ASIN, I'd stay in my placement for all of those variations. Okay. And that's the key to that. All right. So watch I have a video on the parent ASIN if you want to check that out too. But yeah, so you want to have the parent ASIN tagged on stuff that has a lot of variations. Okay. Not every product needs it. Okay. But there are products, clothes especially, and it has different sizes. Now this even breaks down to small, medium, large, extra large. Okay. So they send me the medium, and the medium goes out of stock faster than the large, and then I lose my placement. Okay. So you want to go with the parent ASIN on those if you can. So, and again, making shoppable videos, because that's what we're talking about right here, is making shoppable videos. You don't want any license plates, no barcodes, no labels, no addresses, no mailboxes, right? No cars. Again, with the license plates, all of that personal information. You don't want to tell people to go to a website. You don't want to tell people to like and subscribe. You don't want to tell people, because a lot of times that's hard to break that habit when you're making videos. If you're coming from YouTube or somewhere else where you always say like and subscribe, follow me here, right? But you can't do that on Amazon videos. Medical claims are a big no-no. You can't make any kind of medical claims, so stay away from supplements if you can. Yeah, and that's the shoppable videos. Again, send me messages, ask me questions. We can always make other videos if I don't cover everything. And of course, we want to talk about the reselling of your samples, your product samples. So big part of the income, multiple streams of income. The Amazon Influencer Program is a multiple stream of income, because you've got your on-site, which is your videos that are on the product page. You've got your off-site, which is your Amazon Associates Program, where you're sending links on your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, and all of that. Then you have live streams. You can go live, so you can drive people to traffic for live streams. Not as lucrative anymore unless you have an offsite audience. Brand deals, right? We get Creative Connections is a income stream. Then you have brand deals, where brands are going to send you products. Now, a lot of people get stuck on free products. They're saying yes to free products, and brands are selling them free products. They do videos on them. But what I found, and I've been down the road, okay, so I've been there. I can tell you from experience, you accept these free products, you're going to have a bunch of products, videos that are on carousels, top and bottom, because you're the only person there. And there's no sales because the products don't get any sales. So you can have, I have pages of videos that don't get any sales because they're just products that don't sell. Because I took these products. So you need to check, okay, check, and you can check through Viral View and see what this Viral View score is. See if it's getting sales every month. See, because if something is getting 3,000 sales a month, right? Which is that's a number that I just stuck in my head. At 3,000 sales a month, the product is 3,000 sales a month, and you have a video ranking on the page. If 1% of the people go down and watch your video, and 1% of those people buy something, then you're going to make some money, right? Which is what the law of averages ends up being. Like, out of the people that go to the product page, 1% of them are going to watch your video. Out of those people, 1% of those people are going to make a purchase, and that's how it boils down, right? So you get the brand deal. You're going to turn it over into a paid brand deal by asking them. Say, listen, I love to work with you. You're sending me free products, but I'm busy. I can't do free products anymore. I'm starting to get paid to do these videos. Listen, I've been working with you. Excuse me, but I'm not going to charge you full price. I'm charging these new guys $50 a video. I'm only going to charge you $30, and I'm going to also upload your stuff to my YouTube channel free. I'm charging them $15 extra for a placement on YouTube, but I'm going to keep you, since you're one of my first people, we're going to keep you at a discounted rate, and we're going to give you YouTube for free. All right, and they're going to come back and say, okay, that sounds like a great deal, because believe me, they all had budgets, and they're all trying to get free products videos from you so they can keep all the money for themselves. And some of them will tell you $10, $5, $20. You can start wherever you feel comfortable starting, and then use that strategy, saying, listen, I'm busy, it's time to up my prices, love to work with you, I'm not going to charge you the full price, I'm going to charge you this price. Or you can do product placements, right? So now I wanted to bring this up about collaborations, but I haven't gotten deeper into looking into it more. But YouTube has a new thing with collaborations, and it's one way to get your product video. If you can contact the brand and say, listen, I made this product video, I'd like to do a collab. You can place my video on your page, but it's my video, and when they click on it, I get all the analytics, and I get all of that, and they can go to my page. Yeah, and that's that. But reselling the products is a pain in the butt to the most part. But you got to do it. Amazon Marketplace, Amazon Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to have to cut it short. Let's see what that is all about. But I will try to go live again. Today's Wednesday. Maybe tomorrow. I'll try to go live again tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Any questions, leave them in the comments.